Well, first of all, I would say I came to Latvia in 1990. And it was during the singing revolution. You had already had the biggest emotional, fantastic event with the Baltic Way, which was something incredible and absolutely unique in history at all. No revolutions have been unbloody like this and connecting 2 million peoples in that way. So when I came, I experienced the very, very big need of independence, freedom, democracy, and you had been going step by step, and I watched these steps, always with a bit of anxiety, but doing them together, and you were standing together, and that to me was the clue of the Latvian singing revolution. It was great to experience. I wish we could be together like that, in the same emotional and what should I say, united way. This is what I could dream of for the future of our lives. I think it's probably more or less like it was at that time, that Latvians have been living under the Soviet Union, and therefore longing so much more for the democracy and for freedom and independence, and getting it, you are really, really struggling to keep it. And Danish people have had it for so long, and we take it more or less for granted. Maybe just now we are starting to understand that we really have to fight for it. I see the attitudes are that the Latvians are maybe more also less trustful to their politicians than Danes are or have been. And this is probably the differences. You are more struggling to keep it, and we just think we have it. Culture is working in another dimension than politics and society. It's touching our emotions, and I think that's a very, very important thing, to get people together, to see, bring them together around some emotional values also. We can learn from films, from music, from literature, we can learn to look at things in another way. We can try to get a more critical way to look at things, what are happening around. We can get emotions. They can make us cry or laugh or understand things and look at things in another way. So, and they unite us in these feelings. It can be the biggest example again is the Baltic Way, I would say, and then also your Latvian song festivals, which is what I also told when I said I've learned about culture from you, how to stand together so united and be, yes, totally united in a big cultural event. Your songs. We have had something about that in Denmark also, when we had, after the war, during the occupation of Denmark, we also had coming togethers and singing togethers. And I see how much that does to a society. I see how much it means in all the 3 Baltic countries, that you have these, every 4 years you have these big events that ties you all together and you go like one. This is what I would say to this. That was just about having experienced how you stand together, shoulder by shoulder, thousands of people and sing. Because it's not only those 20,000 on the stage, it's also the 50,000 in the audience and the rest of the country sitting there. You're totally together. This is what I think was a fantastic experience for me. Very happy that they are going again to Riga, and now in the position of being king and queen of Denmark, because I've known both of them in their position of crown prince and crown princess. Also before they came together, because I met with Crown Prince Frederick in Riga in 92. When he was a young student at Aarhus University, should have been incognito, but nothing was incognito around him. So he came with a group of students because he was studying to make his diploma on the breakup of the Soviet Union, and that's what he did his diploma about. It was a study trip, and he came with his student fellows, and they arrived in Riga. And they came to see us in the Dānijas Kultūras Institute, and they had their own programs, and so I met him there for the first time. I like him very much. I like him in all his positions, and I know that he was also coming back 1.5 years later when he had finished his diploma. He came back together with the Queen, but he came back and got the Latvian University, and they mentioned him a honorable student or what, something like that. And so I have met him in his young days, and then I have met him when he was already married to our crown prince, now Queen Mary. And I know that they have been in Latvia recently, in 23. Also should have been incognito, but of course media always have the good nose for that. They were visiting the Danish soldiers stationed in Riga, and now they will come as king and queen, and I'm very happy about that. I wish them a very good visit in Latvia. I know they have big and long sympathy for your country. Ierados Latvijā 90. gadā, un kopš tā laika es redzu, ka jūs esat izdarījusies ļoti daudz. Mēs esam kopā Ziemeļ Eiropā, mēs esam kopā Eiropas Savienībā, mēs esam kopā NATO, un es novēlu, lai mēs turpinātu šo ceļu kopā un iepazītu viens otru tuvāk.